We Urban Solution. And make sure you hit the button, hit that bell. You can catch us on YouTube and Facebook Live. So go ahead and log on in and catch us on our YouTube channel, Urban Solution Radio. And any artists out there, if you have music and you want to be heard, tune in to Urban Solution Radio and send your music in in MP3 form to urban.solutionfm@gmail and get you on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, with that being said, folks, we're going to turn it over to Don't Give Up Brian so he can kind of give us his thought and give us his input on this fella, this racist, this abomination to the human race of a human being. Brian, just take it over before I go too far. What's going on up there in Bellingham, sir?
He's going around, went and did some printouts of some swastika stickers, and going around the city of Bellingham, posting them up. I just want to know, why not if you're so bold and you're so racist, why are you doing it in a majority probably white area?
White vicinity.
Why don't you go do it in a neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, that's predominantly maybe Hispanic or Chinese or black or something else, you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Instead of a neighborhood, okay, yeah, it's out there, but it's not gonna get, it's gonna get meaning, but it's not gonna get like you trying to put it out there, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you're gonna put this sticker out there, you're trying to put it out there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna put it out there,
if you're gonna spread that message,
and you want to spread hate, why? I mean, I don't want you spreading it anyway.
Of course.
Yes, I don't want it spreading, causing no harm. But if you're trying to do that, why are you doing that? You live in Bellingham, but you don't like black folks in your neighborhood. You trying to get rid of them or something? You know what I'm saying? Or Hispanics or Mexicans?
Our producer just told us
he targeted black-owned business. So so he was trying to get black folks out of Bellingham.
In the Bellingham.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Well, if he was sincere and truly trying to convert young Caucasians to his way of thinking, to his ideology, he should go everywhere.
Yeah,
Rainier Beach, downtown Seattle, Hilltop.
Go somewhere where you go. Go somewhere where you know what I'm saying. And if you're gonna do it, be bold about it.
Right.
Don't do it in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying. So you're not
getting your message out there.
You're getting your message out there, but you're not getting your message out there.
Right.
You're doing it like in a scary way. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, go to a neighborhood, and if you want to be proud, but don't. Like they say, don't, with the Klan, they hide behind their masks. You know what I'm saying? So you hide them behind darkness. But you're saying you don't like black folks, but you're out in the darkness doing it.
If you're going to do it, do it. First of all, you shouldn't be doing it, whomever you are. But if you're going to do it with conviction. If you're going to spread your ideology, your message, do it with conviction.
They got the other dude that just did it out in what's it, Renton? It's not Renton, but it's like Fairwood in Renton.
Okay, what was happening?
They got a mural that they painted on a wall in going up into Fairwood up in Renton. And they did a mural, and then the boy pulled a gun out on the lady as they was out painting the mural.
And he pulled a gun out on another citizen.
Yeah, while they was the lady that was out. It was the
Asian lady.
Asian lady was doing it, and then there was another lady that was doing it, and she pointed the gun out on one of the workers that was help making the mural. And while they was out doing the mural, and he pointed the gun at him because there was I forgot what the mural said.
Producer, can you tell us what
they supposed to have been about all American people
or something, getting along or something.
Just getting along, and he pulled it out.
Pull the gun out, you know what I'm saying?
Our producer just said it's
community is, it says community is on
Mm-hmm.
here. But he gonna pull a gun out on these people for making the painting. But they caught his ass, so he booked, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully somebody in the county is downtown, you know what I'm saying, take them in the cell or in the bathroom, beat them up right quick.
See, I wonder what is the mayor is saying about that up, and you say it was
Fairwood. It's like going up to, you go up in It's something Fairfield.
Okay,
still
the one that you were saying that was doing the swastikas.
This in Bellingham.
In Bellingham. What is the mayor saying about
Did
that?
she comment on it,
Heard
producer?
nothing. I ain't heard nothing about it. She probably you know what I'm saying, a 4-5 fan.
We don't know, so we won't.
I'm just saying probably. I didn't say for sure.
Okay, we
I
won't.
said probably.
Yeah, should be something like the mayor should want to make a stand
Make a
about.
stand out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, make a
say
statement
something.
coming out. We're not accepting that in our communities and yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? I don't know though. I can't say they did or they didn't. Oh God.
Okay. So the mayor did. Our producer's saying the mayor did condemn it. I think our producers. So the mayor did come out and condemn it. You know,
That's
we
good.
commend
Thank
you
you,
for
Mayor.
that. You know, we want to thank you, the mayor of Bellingham, for doing that. You
Stand
know.
up for standing up for what's right.
Yes, by all means, by all means.
Yes,
If more police officers did that, you know, we you know, so many black and brown people of color wouldn't be so enraged about when things do happen. Because sometimes police do make a mistake. Sometimes they make a mistake because they are human. But too often when these mistakes are made, other police officers don't speak up. It's like a code of silence. And that's what has the communities around the country frustrated when police officers do things and it's get covered up. You know, thank you. And okay, don't give up. Moving on.
And you know, that's what's the hard thing also, like we had seen today on our news here about the homeless, you know, camping out, motorhomes, tents. And by them defunding the police, they don't have that navigation team to go and clean up those areas, or them out on the street to catch somebody like doing those swatchums or doing none of that. You know, we had this conversation many a times on and off on different levels about defunding the police and having the police and everyone accountable for their actions. I think that they should be defunded into certain things, like maybe not so much battle ram or having weapons that they could harm somebody with, but they need to transfer that money instead of defunding them. Put it into another way,
Community programs?
more health care, helping the homeless,
Gotcha.
helping diffuse people, you know, maybe give people jobs to ride around with them so they could see what they go through. And maybe somebody, or, you know, you or Don't Give Up, Brian, the ride or something. We might know these people. We might could diffuse them and give them another alternative on a suggestion with how they should diffuse that thing. Is a point that they should be having money, pay these guys, give jobs to the community, work with the community. But by decreasing the police, getting rid of them, so they not there to enforce the law, and we have these idiots. Yeah, I'm gonna say idiots putting up swashims and stuff, and then not being able to help the homeless. They not homeless because they want to be homeless. It's because they don't have some of the resources to do it, and that's where they should be helping at. So I think it's not good to defund them and move them away and get rid of them for that. I think they just need to do it, and I think one of the main things is to train them. They should go through more evaluations every year. It doesn't matter how long they've been on the force. They should go and get reevaluated again and see where their mind is at. So we don't have these trigger happy.
I fully agree,
police and
LAG. You made a very, very valid point, because George Shelton had been on the force like 19 years, and he was evaluated when he first got hired, but that was 19 years ago. He had got so confident, so cocky in his way of doing things, he was blatantly arrogant in his actions, period.
But you got to remember, man, people that got control over certain stuff, and then you get 10, 15 of them, you know what I'm saying, together. You know, they thinking they running, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
there's
it's
an
kinda-
abuse of power,
hard, It's kind of hard to break that up.
I agree.
When you got 10, 15 of them already in cahoots, and they all
The gang
went up,
in
went up,
blue.
you
The
know
gang
what I'm
in
saying?
blue.
They went through the ranks together, you know what I'm saying? And You know what I'm saying? That's just like a common criminal, man. I done went in the store and stole me some bubble gum. Next time I went in there, you know what I'm saying, I stole a bag of chips. Next time I went in there, you know what I'm saying, stole some beer. Next time I robbed the register. And I keep getting away and getting away and getting away with it. It's not going to change until something major happens.
Well, that's what LAG was saying. These guys need to be evaluated, proper training. You know. Yeah, constantly.
It's just like elementary school to high school. Every year you got to get more training to learn the next step, the next step, the next step, the next step, the next step. But with the police, they need to retrain them to make sure, you know what I'm saying, where their levels is at. You know what I'm saying, like levels of anger, levels of frustration, and them types of levels. You know what I'm saying, you know, de-escalation and evaluations and them type of stuff. That, you know, the stress levels, the stuff that they deal with.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying. Not to say to give them counseling, but give them, you know, proper stuff to be able to handle their job and do their job right, so they don't overstep their boundaries, so they don't put themselves in a position where they ended up killing somebody and they end up losing their job and they mess up everything for themselves too.
Of course, it
you
goes back to what you were saying.
You got to make it, you know what I'm saying, well, like us, you know what I'm saying, we got to be responsible for what we do. They need to be responsible for what they do.
Agreed.
And the difference is, as the world turns, everything turns. Nothing stays the same. The same, but not the same. So as us growing and changing with times, new things come around. The police need to change with us. So something that might have worked 2 years ago may not be the same way how we look at it today. So that's where the training is a must. It has to come in, because 2 years ago, it might have been okay to look at something this way or do this, but people is changing. So just like we change, they need to change. And we all, no matter who you are and where you at and what profession you in, profession or non-profession, is you never too old to learn. You have to always learn. Just because you did something, like I was saying, a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, that don't mean it's necessary for now. As we all know, 15 years ago, you used to whoop your kids, and they would listen. These days, that don't work. You can't do that now. So it's always a process of changing, and no matter who you are, and like I said, what profession or non-profession you is, you have to change with times. So I think that's where the revaluation part always come in, and we need to learn with time. And go. So no matter, like I said, if you a police, a fire department, or whatever it is, you still need to be trained and move with the new timing. And that goes with all of us.
Yes.
So I learn something new every day.
Every day.
The more you learn, the better off you are.
Oh yes, by all means.
You never to that point that you think you know it all. When you think that you know it all,
something wrong.
It's something wrong.
You're asking for trouble.
Something gonna slap you.
Okay, now we're going to take a quick moment, folks, and let LAG tell us once again who we are, what we're about, and where you can vote for us at.
And where he's from.
Yes, this is Urban Solution Radio, sponsored by It's a New Thing Apparel. Don't give up and on point. So make sure you know where you can get your gear at. We got beanies, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, socks,
and
draws, whatever you need, we have it. So make sure you contact us, and if you're an artist and you want to get your music played, send it in MP3 form to urban.solutionfm@gmail and get on. We got 6 different podcasts. Make sure that you catch one of them. Log on, subscribe, and share to our YouTube channel, Urban Solution Radio on YouTube. Make sure you log in, hit that bell so we know you're there. Share, tell a friend, and vote for us. We up for Best Media Outlet, Seattle Sound Music Award. And we need to take home that plaque, that gold, y'all. So we appreciate y'all for sharing, listening to us. And if you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about, just log on in, and we'll try to make sure we get that on the air.
We'll accommodate you, folks. Thank you there, LAG. And moving right along, folks, I want to touch on something that we discussed last week. As you may or may not know, former member of New Edition and the ex-spouse of the late, great Whitney Houston, Mr. Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown
has been saying, and when I make this statement, I'm going to turn it over to Don't Give Up, of course. Bobby Brown is saying he said what he said, and he's unapologetic. He didn't say it was false. He didn't say it was true or not true. His words were, I said what I said, and I'm not apologetic. Personally, I think Bobby is trying to sell a book. That's just my own thoughts. But when he was asked, they put the mic in his face to elaborate. Well, Bobby, where? Bobby, they kept trying to, the reporters was, you know how hounding they can be. So they kept following him to the car, and he was kind of stepping up a little faster. He moved a little faster to the car. He never did answer the question about the legitimacy of it and how you prove it. He says, I said what I said. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it to Don't Give Up. Don't Give Up. What's going on there on that? Just kind of let's try to take. We didn't get a chance to finish it, but what does it mean, in your opinion? What does it mean when you say I said what I said? I mean,
he might have been trying to make a point, like, you know what I'm saying? I done did something, but I ain't did it. But I'm still gonna say I did.
Thank you. Don't Give Up. I like that.
That's all I can put with it, man.
So he got caught lying, but he didn't get caught lying, so he's not going to say one way or the other.
Yeah, he ain't say it. He ain't gonna admit it.
Okay.
I said it. Oh well, I said it. So what?
Okay. With that being said, LAG, can I get you to elaborate on this statement, on this potential statement about I said what I said? I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna try to say this without, as Bobby would say, don't be cruel.
Yeah, don't be cruel, Bobby.
He said that he taught Michael Jackson how to moonwalk, and he said also, you know, Courtney had a relationship with Janet. One, I don't think it was Bobby that taught Michael how to moonwalk. I think it was Jeffrey Daniels from Shalimar that used to be married to Stephanie Mills.
Okay.
For a little while. I think he was the one original Soul Train dancer with Jody Watley.
Yes.
I think he the one that taught Michael how to moonwalk. So I don't think it was Bobby. But you know, anybody have a chance to get the mic, as you say, in their face and the spotlight's on them, and they need to sell a book, you're going to say what you need to say to get the job done.
Okay.
So it's for those that think that Bobby did it, you might want to look it up, and maybe Michael or Jeffrey Daniels or somebody could tell you the truth about it. But you know how social media is. Make sure you do your homework.
The research.
Before you
Some
do it.
idiots might believe it though.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah,
I think especially the younger age that don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm
25 and under.
And,
I
nobody probably ain't never really, took no credit. It was the one I generated. I made the moonwalk. So he's saying I did it.
And matter of fact, Bobby might really think that he did do it.
Yeah.
I don't even think
LAG, come on.
he might have thought he did do it. Some of that good stuff might have been in effect, and he thought he was floating. And he thought that
Back
he
in the
taught
day,
Michael.
he was moonwalking on Roger.
Okay, but now for those out there, you guys out there on social media, and I'm going to throw this question toward LAG. When he kind of everted and bagged up away from the reporters like the plague, I said what I said. And he kind of ran to the car. What was that about? I mean, did he know he was doing wrong and got caught, or he didn't want to elaborate?
Maybe he probably just didn't think that it was gonna come out. People wasn't gonna
fact check them.
Yeah, fact check him and make sure that he didn't do it.
They don't fact check you, man.
And
Something like that.
As I've been reading the research on it and more of it that I seen it, I don't even think Michael even cared too much for him because of Janet. That they didn't even really like him going around. They knew that he was such a bad boy that they didn't even want Janet to see him, as they even show in his movie, that they didn't even want him to do that. I think when Michael was around, Bobby had to skedaddle leave. Yeah, that she didn't even like, he didn't even like him to be around. So as far as him being there to sit in a room with Michael and to show him steps and how to dance, and everybody know that Bobby was a pretty good dancer in his good days, the things that he did. but we ain't never even seen Bobby Moonwalker
I ain't
himself.
got no Bobby
And
Moonwalker
stuff.
down
And
here.
when we know that he couldn't out dance Michael.
Okay, but on that, with that being said, I'm gonna elaborate on things what I've seen, and LAG may have to help me out on this. From what I can remember, not as sharp as LAG folks, but I seen him mimicking Usher a few times. So I don't know if he was that good of a dancer or he can mimic people quite well. But I'm fairly certain, I'm about over 90% certain he didn't teach Michael anything when it comes to dancing or performing, acting on stage in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So I think it's a financial thing, like you said. Yeah.
Michael was dancing before Bobby was probably even born.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you know those was 3 different generations. You know, you had Michael, of course. You had Bobby, then Usher came after them.
So he did not.
and
So he
stuff.
did not pick up any of Usher's moves. Is that right?
No.
Okay.
Usher might have picked up some of
Bobby's
and Michael's moves because
Okay.
he's way
I've
out.
seen him do the moonwalk. That's why I brought that up.
but they
He mimicked it. He kept,
Yeah,
okay.
he's way after.
Okay.
Bobby.
I got you. Okay.
But I don't think that you
Michael
know.
was ABC.
Yeah, I think if
1, 2,
anything,
3.
somebody taught Michael something. It was probably James Brown and Jackie Wilson.
Got you. Okay.
You know.
Okay.
There wasn't no Bobby Brown.
No, well, but like LAG said, some of the younger generation who don't really know Bobby Brown and don't know the history of Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown had been caught in fibbing 2 or 3 times about several things. He and you can talk to the former members of New Edition about that. They'll can verify that Bobby didn't always tell the truth. I'll just leave it that way. He didn't always tell the truth. But that's such a big stretch. That's such a large one. Teaching Michael Jackson, the late great Michael Jackson, how to moonwalk. That's almost ludicrous. It's almost ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you say, sometimes you gotta say something outlandish to get attention.
Yeah, and that's what social media is about.
Yeah.
To see what can you get, who's out there,
What's attention.
who's still timing in, listening to you, what you could get out.
People doing stuff on like Instagram and Facebook Live just to get attention,
Right.
just to get clout now, just to be seen. They 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the era that we live in.
Unfortunately,
right now,
yes,
that
unfortunately.
everybody want to get on there because we know how many times Cardi B get on there and say stuff and talk about her relationships and things that she do.
Is that the one who just got a divorce from someone?
Well, I
So
think she
supposed
just
to,
got
but
back with him.
Yeah, supposed to got
What's his name again?
Offset.
Offset. That's it. Okay.
I spent a call him Octavius.
Yeah, they just then broke up with him, divorced him, and got
And
back
he bought
with
her,
him. And
bought her a brand new truck or something.
He bought her a brand new
Brand new
truck.
truck. Yeah, on
Yeah.
her birthday or something.
like she couldn't buy her own self a
Right.
truck.
It's just a principle, I guess.
Yeah, it might have been her money that he was spending that she done gave him before. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Right,
gonna
right.
act like I'm giving you something, but it was your money.
Oh wow. Well, on that same frame, guys, let's touch, if you guys don't mind, let's touch on oh boy, this boy gave me a headache to think about him, but Kanye West. Mr. Contemplating running for office. Mr. Contemplating running for office. Most states wouldn't let him get on the ballots because he was too late. And a couple of Hollywood actors have came out. LAG is his home area. A couple of actors have came out and said, don't be fooled by the nonsense. Do not waste your vote on Kanye West.
Well, it's too late for him to run now. He might want to try to get in the next 4 years, but nobody don't take him serious on anything. I would hope not.
Right,
nobody
right.
that I know.
Yeah, don't even really take him serious on his music.
On his music no more neither. So nobody I know that taking him serious.
Oh, he hasn't done any new music recently or lately?
I couldn't answer that.
Well, I think the last music that he did was a gospel album, and that was a couple of months
Okay,
ago.
our producer
R.S.
just said,
Fashion.
Yeah, RS Fashion.
Okay.
It's closed. Potato sack bags or something. He was
Huh?
He did
his clothes look
his
like
clotheslines
potato sack
was like made out of like
you know what I'm saying?
potato sack
When you go
bags.
potato sack racing?
Back in the 30s,
Yeah,
during the Depression. Yeah.
Yes,
that's
that's
the
what
shit.
I mean, the girls have to make
That's-
dresses literally. The
that's the
thing
way-
was bad.
He make his clothes look like they're homeless clothes, homeless sweaters with big old holes in them, selling for $500, and people was buying the crap, man.
Yeah, he had some house shoes like that, and I think they was about like $500.
Yeah, they buying that shit.
But the ordinary Joe couldn't afford that for house shoes, though, could they?
No,
No.
but he's
$500
like,
for some house shoes.
that's why him and Trump get along.
I see.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
both
I bet you I
crazy.
can get him to do this.
Out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Believe in their own hype.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's dreadful. That's dreadful, folks. Kanye, in the words of Don't Give Up Brown, get yourself some help, boy. Get some help.
Yeah, don't keep taking your medicine. Don't
Yeah.
run out.
Is he still married to the
Yeah,
Kardashians?
he's still married to that.
One of them, I don't know which one is. What's that? Kim Kardashian. Okay, right.
She even say that he need help.
Those were her words.
There was just something again with Amber Rose saying that
He was
when she was with Kanye that he used to abuse her or some shit.
yeah, and he was still stalking her or something like that. I had seen that
yeah.
too.
Oh my goodness, this guy, dude. I think he's bipolar. I mean, from what I'm
Oh yeah.
Well, he'd be
he's
the
cuckoo
first
for
one
Cocoa
that
Puffs.
say that he
really.
what you say he is. What's
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
and that's without the milk, right?
That's why he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
He just want to eat the Cocoa Puffs without the milk.
Okay, folks, once again, we want to thank you all for joining us. We have quite a bit more lined up for you, but right now we're going to turn it over to LAG, and he's going to hit us with a topic, and we're going to take it from there and move right along.
Brought to you by It's a New Thing Apparel.
New
Don't
Thing
give
Apparel.
up. On point. Urban privilege.
And we right here.
We're right here. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the Cocktail Lounge you on Wednesday night. The Sunday show. We got a special guest coming in. We always got something. We even got the verses coming up on Sunday, so make sure y'all tune in for that. And then we got something in store for y'all we working on called No BS
No
Allowed.
BS, that's
No
correct,
BS
huh?
allowed. So all the stuff
Yeah.
that y'all hearing, we ain't gonna let y'all take it for granted because it ain't gonna be none of that allowed on our show.
Yeah, no BS, folks. You're gonna have Don't Give Up, LAG, and myself, Jake Broom, and we're gonna be bringing that to you folks in the near future.
And make sure that you vote. Even if it ain't the person that we would vote for, make sure you go out and
Yes.
vote.
Yes,
It's important
Yes.
that we do, and make sure you encourage a friend of your family member to vote.
Yes.
Because we have to make a change
Yes.
in life. If not, ain't nothing gonna happen. So
Correct.
we
Very
don't
true.
want to see you sit back and nag and complain about things, but if you don't have the courage or the strength to go out and vote, we don't want you to sit back and complain about things, because it's your vote. Every vote counts, and you can make a change.
Yep.
So let's make that change, and we need a change right now.
Most definitely.
So we
folks.
got 11 days. It's 11 days to
11
make that
days.
change. So make sure you go out and hit the polls and vote for whoever you think is the best man or woman for that job, and tell a friend and make sure you do it.
That's right.
Because we all need a change. We can't keep going on the way that we going.
I can't stress that enough, folks. What he just said, stand for something or you'll sell for anything.
Get rid of y'all's partner in the office.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next topic, LAG, what you want to talk about, sir?
Yes. We had kind of touched on these two guys earlier today. I want to go back to the 80s.
The 80s?
The mics.
Mics.
The three mics. We know the three top mics in the 80s and the 90s was, of course, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and Mike Tyson.
Oh, okay, I forgot. Thank
I
you.
had read a story about how Mike Tyson didn't get along and hated Michael Jackson.
I wasn't aware of that.
And the conversation was going that he had went to see Michael Jackson perform in Cleveland. He was with Don King.
Okay.
And Don King gave Michael the peace sign. Michael gave the peace sign back to Don King.
Okay.
At this time, Tyson is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay.
He gave Michael Jackson the peace sign he said Michael Jackson didn't do it back to him.
Really?
So he said he felt really
Disrespected.
disrespected on it. But he said so he let it pass. He ended up going backstage into the rooms.
Dressing room.
In dressing rooms with Michael and some of the dancers and the people was there. And he said Don King started conversating with Michael. So he started signing autographs.
Michael did.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson started signing
autographs because he was the undisputed
Okay.
champ of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just as big as thought he was just as big as a
At
star
that time.
at that time
Okay.
of Michael Jackson. And so he said, I came here to meet Michael. I never met him. So I'm gonna go up to him and say what's up. So he walks up to Michael and asks him, hi, how you doing? And Michael Jackson looked at him and said, you look familiar. I know you someplace.
Know you from someplace, yeah.
And he said he felt so disrespected and so bad that Michael said that Michael didn't know who he was, that he was the undisputed, all 4 belts, champion of the world, been knocking everybody out.
Right.
The baddest man on the planet. And said that Michael Jackson acted like he didn't know who he was. And said, you look familiar. Don't I know you from someplace? And he said he turned to Michael and just said, no, I just been around, but it's good to meet you, sir. And he said he felt so disrespected. He never liked it, Michael, ever since then.
Oh, okay.
That he felt that Michael shrugged him, that disrespected him. And he said it wasn't until the early 2000s Michael reached out to him again and asked him to come to Neverland. And they hung out and they got along. So he said for years he hated Michael. He didn't get along
Interesting.
with him.
And these are Mike Tyson words.
This is Mike Tyson's words.
Okay.
You know, he's getting ready for the fight next month with Roy Jones. They moved it out.
They finalized it.
They found it.
Exhibition, I think.
Exposition, and they tuned it down from 3-minute rounds to 2 minutes. And Roy Jones say that he think that they favor him. Yeah, they gonna have the headgears on and all of that. They supposed to be for charity, but I think they need money.
Both of them.
Both of them.
I won't
But how
argue
are you
with that.
going? So they're gonna have the flat jackets on too?
Well, not the flap jacket, but just the headgear.
Headgear?
I mean, when you 50-some years old, come on, you can't get a boxing license. It's impossible to get a boxing license. No sanctioning body gonna sanction you a license to fight.
Yeah, but if Tyson hit Roy one good time, it might be a wrap for
Well,
Roy in the
Well,
body.
that's why he put on the head guard.
Yeah.
Well, he hit Tyson. I don't know if Roy want one of them.
I don't think nobody want one of them
no
from
one.
him because he looked pretty good in his
no,
workout.
yeah.
Sparring that they've been showing him.
Well, normally I won't even comment on exhibition fights like this when guys in their 50s, but Roy Jones got a long history of evading punches. I know he can't evade them like he used to, of course, but Tyson's not nearly as fast as he used to, as fast and ferocious as he used to be.
I think he's pretty good. The video they showed, he's pretty good.
Tyson got 4 minutes.
They 2-minute rounds. He looked when they
He got 6 minutes.
when they showed
Tyson is
the footage of him, he looked way faster than Roy
Yeah.
Jones.
Really?
Way, he looked
Tyson
good.
looked good, man. And that little sparring little matches that he was showing.
Yeah, he
man.
was doing. He looked like
Bad.
he looked like he could whoop some of the
You
heavyweight
know,
snaps
right now.
right now. I think I would put my money
And
on
you know,
Tyson.
Tyson was one of them first, second round, third round. You know,
He was a master.
Yeah,
He was a master
outta
in
here.
his day. I mean, a lot of people don't give him credit. LAG and I, of course, don't give up. We're serious, severe boxing fans, and we know boxing and have for a very long time. And what the heavyweight divisions, there was a lot of good fighters in the early 80s. You know, there was guys like Trevor Berbick, Tony Tucker, Pinkerton Thomas, very good heavyweights. By no means were these guys tomato can. And I just want to say Mike Tyson cleared out the entire division.
Yeah.
The entire division.
Easily.
And he didn't even work up a sweat. Thank you, well put. He didn't really work up a sweat. So in his day, he was a force to be reckoned with. He was a phenomenon. Are we on, gentlemen? Is it we okay?
Yes.
Okay. He was a phenomenon to work with, and he first round, second round, every now and then he would go 3 rounds. but usually it was first, second round knockout.
That's what I'm saying. You get Tyson
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Yeah, and this is argumentary, of course. I mean, even the old master Larry Holmes, who could stick and move, fight out the rope, tie you up. I understand he was getting up in age then, but Mike Tyson made quick work of him as well, folks. So, and Pinkerton Thompson was a very good heavyweight champ,
Bone Crusher.
But yeah, Bone Crusher, Tony Tubbs. These guys by no means were bum, folks. Mike Tyson walked them all.
I think that he could whoop more than half of the heavyweights right now.
I won't argue with that. I mean,
And this is 2020.
I mean, don't give up. You may or may not disagree, but from what I've seen, the belly's so big now. They don't have train. They don't properly eat. They won't run. So I wouldn't argue with that fact. A lot of these young 30, 32-year-old heavyweights now.
Man, I'm telling you right now, one of them top fools, you get the top heavyweight right now, get in the ring with Tyson. Tyson probably win.
Yeah.
At least give him a good run for his money.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Cause they are tomato cans in there now. And stuff.
And you hear
Like
me?
Bokeem Woodbine says, I ain't no punk.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Who said that?
Bokeem Woodbine. Is his name Bokeem Woodbine. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's,
When is this?
it was on one of them. I can't remember.
No, when is the fight scheduled for?
I think it's the 20-something of next month. 20th.
20th?
Well,
That's
November.
The 12th?
The 12th.
November 12th.
Well, that's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
So he in shape. Like I said, the videos he been doing.
I ain't seen no Roy Jones workouts. I still don't think Roy Jones got nothing. He ain't.
Now,
I think he gonna hold. He's bigger than Tyson. I think he gonna
He
hold.
gonna have to hold.
He gonna hold entire.
What is Tyson's 54, correct? What is Roy Jones' age?
Probably 40 something.
Really?
40 something. He can't be 50.
He might be right around.
Producer, do you know Roy Jones' age? Please, can you have someone to check it out?
He might be in
Please.
his late 40s now.
I don't know how old Roy Jones is. We do know Tyson is 54, but I'm not sure about Roy Jones. I think Roy Jones is a little bit younger than Tyson.
Maybe remember Tyson
48.
started when he was 18, 17, 18 heavyweight champ.
Well, but Roy Jones in the 88 Olympic along with Evander Holyfield.
Oh, Jones.
51. Okay,
yeah.
thank you, producer. So we talking 3-year age difference. So
Yeah, that ain't too much.
No.
But I still think Tyson will whoop his ass.
Yeah, Tyson is best from the video. Tyson's in better.
Tyson's in shape.
have you guys seen any videos of Roy Jones?
No, I ain't seen
training?
none of Roy.
Yeah, I seen some of him just hitting the punching bag and stuff, but I seen Tyson
Nah.
like that. And
I
Just
hear
getting
you.
in the ring doing that, Roy Jones might be. You know what I'm
that
saying?
video was like, okay, yeah, he still got it. Cut, ribs, you know.
Tyson does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyson working out, man.
Yeah.
I like Roy Jones.
Now, speaking of money, though, I will say this, guys. Tyson may or may not need the money, but I know Roy Jones don't. Roy Jones is well set financially. I'm certain of
He
that.
can always use some money, though.
Well, I won't argue with that fact, but Roy Jones is over 40 mil strong right now. Now, I don't know what Tyson is.
He might still
Tyson
be.
still got some money, man, because he reinvested in some weed and some grow, stuff.
Yeah, Roy
He got
Jones
some-
might have that much, 40 million.
Yeah, according to Forbes, which I looked into, it said he was 40 mil plus, 40 plus.
Yeah, Tyson should be worth about that much too. With
Think so?
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, Tyson still got some money.
Yeah, he got all that weed for him and
Okay.
things that he doing. He should be up
he
there.
growing and shit, yeah.
Okay.
It's just how he gonna invest it, or if he ever stops spending it, because he got it and spent it much as quick as he got it. Sometime before he got it.
That reminds me of a statement you made a couple weeks ago. You and I was talking. He and I was speaking just off the record, and we was talking about an old friend of ours from the streets that we used to know. And I'll just say Jenna. That's all I was use is just her first name. He said, "Jake, he's worse than you." That was so funny to me.
Just didn't know when to stop.
Yep, just to know when to
Just
pump the
didn't
brakes.
stop.
Couldn't pump the brakes.
And one of the another thing I wanted to talk about is the two that we talked about, Ice Cube.
I didn't even look that shit up.
And
Did we talk about
Ice Cube? The Trump administration reached out to him and wanted to talk to him about doing a new Black Lives Matter law, and
Dialogue?
and Ice Cube reached out to the Democrats too, but they didn't want to talk to him. They told him let's wait until after the elections.
Okay.
What Eric Trump, what he ended up doing was, since Ice Cube took the meeting with the Republicans, well, not just the Republicans, but with Donald Trump
Okay.
people, to his people, not just the Republicans, but directly to his people, reached out to him. He took the meeting with him, and people were saying that he should wait till after the elections and talk to whoever in charge.
Okay.
And he said that he think that he could make a change now by talking to somebody in charge. And they felt that Trump and them was using him as a scapegoat,
Pawn?
a pawn.
Who said this?
This is like,
The Democratic Party is saying this?
and everybody, a lot of the other artists,
Okay.
actors,
Okay.
from
Okay.
Alicia Keys to 50 Cent. And what Eric Trump had did was he got a picture, since Ice Cube took the meeting, and he got a picture of 50 Cent and Ice Cube. I want to say they was at a Laker game or a game or something. And Ice Cube had on his ball 3. Is that his basketball tournament?
Yeah.
His
Big
Big Three cap.
Okay.
And 50 Cent had on a New York Yankee hat, his custom, hat
That's
he
what
usually
he
wear. He always wear. And Eric Trump photoshopped it and put them in, since they was together at the game. He photoshopped it and put "Make America Great" hats on those.
On both of them.
And then post a picture on his page. And once everybody seen that, Cube seen it, and he made him pull it down. So now it's pulled down. But they were saying that they was using Cube
Right. I felt
as a pawn.
The party was using Q.
But everybody had said that he should have just waited until after election and talked to whoever was there. But he felt that since the Democrats didn't want to talk to him yet, and Trump's people wanted to, that he would just talk to them. So I guess my question is to y'all: would have took the meeting, or would y'all waited to after the things, or do you think that it was?
Personally, I would have waited. I wouldn't have talked to the Republican Party and Donald Trump at all. Based on his history, his track record, I wouldn't have had no dealings with him, because he would have only met me to try to gain support for his presidential nominee. So I would have respectfully declined the meeting.
I took the meeting.
You would have took the meeting.
I took the meeting because some of them people that are in them parties, some still might be there after the fact. Some still might be working in the White House. Some still might be retained. And then you still know what their thinking is if they make it through. Say if Trump do win, he done talked to these people, so he knows what they getting ready to say and what they getting ready to do too. Just in case if Trump do win, he still started talking to him now, but try to put change through now if he does win and he does retain presidency.
Do you think that, regardless of what he talked about, you think that Trump administration is gonna listen and change anything?
Probably not.
So
Because Trump is the way he is, and he's gonna be the way he is because he is what he is. But you know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to step in, and you know what I'm saying? It takes what they say. If you could change one person, you know you did your job.
If you can change one person's point of view, you did
your job. But for Cube to be like, you know what? Ain't nobody else doing nothing. Let me try something. Ain't nobody else doing nothing. All y'all sitting around here talking. I'm gonna be the one, you know what I'm saying, to step in and try and do something. Trying to, see what it is at least, you know what I'm saying? I'm knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? They let me in the door.
But I think what LAG is getting at, and LAG, you can jump in a moment here. I think what he's getting at is by opening that dialogue, you convincing a lot of young African Americans to vote for Trump when he don't really deserve their vote. But by Ice Cube opening a dialogue, it may sway some of the undecided. Is that correct, LG?
Yes, and my point, I mean, I can't say if he was right, if he was wrong. Personally, I don't think that I would have, because it's like now you want to talk rap when it's election time. You've been in there for 4 years, and you ain't never reached out to want to talk to me. But you want to talk to me right at voting time. But also, my thought is
he's searching for that. Trump is searching for that for the African American.
That other Keon, somebody to get the black support. So that's why a lot of the actors and artists was saying that he shouldn't have took the meeting. But also, without saying Donald Trump about this, that. Me personally, I'm the one think it's no sense to talk to somebody, trying to convince and talk to somebody with no brains, with no sense and no brains, because you wasting your time.
That's true too.
So, but that's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. So
you're saying there's no convincing or change in Donald Trump mind about anything.
Anything, and not just him, but anybody that with no sense and no brain. It's like talking to somebody when they drunk. They ain't gonna remember stuff, and they ain't gonna change. It's kind of a waste, no matter what you do. So it's hard to bargain and talk to a person that's with no sense and no brain. So,
I see.
And that's how I think that situation is. But like I said, who knows if it's gonna work or if it wasn't. But I think it ain't about him taking the meeting with him. I think it's the timing of it.
Right.
I think that's where a lot of people fell off at. That now you want to talk. He want to talk to you now. Now, he reached out to both parties.
So Q reached out to them, though, right?
First, at the beginning, but nobody wanted to take the meeting. They said, the Democrats said, let's wait until after the election and we'll see what's happening. The Republican Party said that we don't really want to talk. But Donald Trump administration, not just the Republican, but his people in the White House reached out to Q and wanted to talk. But that's why they say that they're using him as a pawn.
Did they do a face-to-face or a Zoom type stuff?
I'm not for sure if he went there. I kind of doubt if Ice Cube might have flew there. I'm not for sure.
We would have known. Had he went to the Oval Office, we would have known about it. It would have been big news.
And stuff, but it was just the point of them talking to him, wanting to talk now.
It's
the timing, right when it's election time. Now, like I said, he'd been there all 4 years. He never wanted to talk to him, or he didn't take the meeting at the beginning when Ice Cube was first trying to reach out to him. But it's the timing right now before elections to give the black people, the African American and the brown, the other Native Americans a thing to go, well, maybe he ain't that bad. Maybe if he's talking to him, he could. And that's just to put a doubt into the voting.
Right.
And so that's why they were saying it was bad timing. I mean, it been from like Robert Downey Jr. to Alicia Keys, and I mean, it's been a
number of
artists, big time artists, was just saying that it was wrong. That he shouldn't even waste his time. It wasn't the right time to do it. That if he was gonna do it, it was okay, but he should just wait until after the election.
Right.
So then you're saying, and so the people are saying they just hoping that Trump ain't gonna be in the office, so you ain't gotta talk to him at all.
Well, they was just hoping that it'll make us a fair vote, and whoever win. But it's not persuading the votes, because by you talking to him now, making it sound like he's okay, you endorsing him.
Yeah, the feds just came out and said something just happened with the feds. They coming out talking about it's either Russia and somewhere else. What they're doing
Iran.
Yes, thank you.
Iran.
Yeah.
They're trying to do something to stop them from trying to tap into the vote.
Which they already have.
Yeah.
Yes, that's confirmed. That's confirmed. And before we touch on that, I'll give you give me 1 second. Everyone, thank you all for joining us. My name is Jake Broom, and I'm here with Don't Give Up and LAG, and we want to thank you guys for joining us and tell us who we voted for right quick before I
vote for us. Urban Solution at Seattle Sound Music Award for Best Media Outlet. Every vote count. If you voting for us or if you voting for somebody in your office, make sure you vote because every vote count, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell, ring it so you know that when we coming on and we know you there. And if you have anything that you want us to talk about or you have any suggestions or any questions, log on in and let us know.
Let us know. We'll get back with you. Thank you so much, LAG. Don't give up. No, you're saying go ahead, pick up from the beginning, please.
They're saying there was a collusion or something with the Russians and
the Iranians. Yes,
Iranians was tapping into the voting system right
yes,
now.
Yes,
anyway.
We have citizens in Florida complaining about that.
Yeah,
they received these frightening
there's
emails.
already going to be something in the voting system. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some collusion or some conspiracy or. And if Trump lose, he's gonna swear that something happened. Anyway,
he's been saying that for quite some time.
He's been putting that in everybody's ear from the beginning.
Yeah,
you know what
unfortunately.
I'm saying? So hopefully the people that's counting the votes and tallying the votes and getting it all together is the honestest people in the world.
Well, no, I hear you on that frame. With that being said, it doesn't matter who count the vote. If he loses, he's still gonna complain and say it was a mockery, it was a sham. It was collusions. They cheated. So it doesn't.
They lied.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something anyway.
Right. It's gonna be some excuse. This is the most unorthodox commander-in-chief that I've ever even heard of, much less seen, ever even heard of. The things he says, the things he does.
See, that's why it was so much of a baffle that Ice Cube took this meeting now.
Yeah.
Just wait until it's all said and done. Then talk to whoever in charge then. But he said that he might could get something done now. But would that
12 days before the election?
Would that persuade the people to vote? The ones that didn't have their minds made up think that maybe he's okay.
Our producer just let us know, folks, that a county in Arizona is being told to stop counting ballots. It has to go to the state court. Now, see, that right there tells you, thank you, producer, that right there tells you we're headed for a lot of drama and controversy.
Yeah, we might not know who the president is until after the first of the year.
Or later, much later,
and then
unfortunately.
Then they might use the coronavirus as a way, the people that's counting the pamphlets had coronavirus, so we can't count these right now.
Well, see, he's already using that. He already saying that once he get reelected, right after that, he's gonna release the serum for it, the cure for it,
antidote.
The antidote.
He said if I win,
that's when it's coming. That he got it.
I got it.
So
he's holding it unless I win.
And so that's basically what he's saying.
Dude, man.
Yeah, but they need to be taking steps, and I'm sure Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are already taking steps that if he loses and he refuses to leave, they've already taken steps to countermand that. I mean, because this sounds like this discussion we're having sounds like something out of a third world country. In the U.S. of A., we don't do this.
We're not supposed to, but this guy brought a whole new meaning to the United States.
Yes, he did.
These last 4.5 years.
Yes.
So
unfortunately, LAG, can you? We getting ready to shut it down. Can you give us the last topic? Something positive. Something positive.
Well,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I got one. I want to change the whole frame.
All right. Okay. Don't give up.
I want to go.
Get it going.
I want to go to something totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a lighter note.
All right.
On some to do something different.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. How you gonna do it?
I'm gonna go to LeBron James.
LeBron. Okay.
King James.
Okay.
King James.
I'm gonna go to King James.
NBA great.
Okay. So since he's won a ring in Cleveland.
Okay.
Since he won a ring in Miami.
Okay.
Now he won a ring in LA.
3 rings, 3 cities. Okay.
3 different cities. So when he retires, they're gonna put a statue up in each city.
I'm gonna pass that one, folks. I'm gonna pass that one to LAG because I'm a tad bit caught off guard. I mean, I would if you got to do something like that. He started in Cleveland. His fame began in Cleveland. I would say Cleveland. But right now, I'm gonna pass.
All three cities will he get a statue.
I'm gonna. That's why I'm gonna pass.
I don't think that they would put a statue up in Miami, and I don't think that he have enough years yet to do it in LA. So I would say that instead of the statues in all three, I could see them retiring his jerseys. And I think that he would be just like Kobe, that when he do get finished, I think they retire 2 numbers, number 6 and 23. Mm-hmm. And I think the only other person that did that, as I know, the 2 numbers is not even Jordan. It's Kobe. It's Kobe.
8 and 24.
8 and 24. He started off with number 8. And
Right.
His dad's number was 24, and he started wearing his dad's number. So those numbers is retired. So I can see them retiring number 6. And of course, 2023. Now I could see Miami doing that for him, but not a statue. I think if any statue would go up in Miami, it'll probably be D. Wayne.
So you can just
In Cleveland.
Just in Cleveland, just a statue in Cleveland.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with the Miami. They might not because he wasn't there long enough.
No, he was talking about LA. He was saying he wasn't in LA no more.
He just got to LA though, but we don't know how much longer his career is gonna last in LA. Say you give LA two more rings.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He get 3 out of LA and he retires. Statue then?
No, I say still a jersey.
Just retirement of a jersey?
Yeah, because I know right now Shaq gave him 3. Kobe gave him 4. 4, 5.
5, okay.
Now, I know that they have statues of Shaq, Jerry West, Kareem.
Elgin Baylor.
No. They ain't got no statue of Kobe out there?
And Kobe.
They should.
Kobe is the last one. And of course, Gretzky and Chick Hearns, the announcer.
Yeah, Chick Hearns is out there.
They got statues right now.
Chick Hearns was there 50 years, but he was announcing Laker games. 50, at least 50 years, 52 years.
Yeah, so him, Gretzky, Shaq,
Kareem. Got the most rings of them all.
Kareem, because he was there
for
all of them. And then I think they might have one of Jerry West.
That's what I thought.
Might be there. So those are the 6 statues I know that they have already.
Yeah.
So I don't think.
For our see him again, please.
At the Staples Center, right?
At the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Give him to us one more time.
I know Wayne Gretzky. Chick Hearns. Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq is the Duncan one.
Yeah. Kobe
Bryant.
I think is
Jerry
West.
That's what I thought, but I was gonna have him to fact check for me because I didn't want to speak.
Yeah, I can't fact check. My phone ain't getting no internet right now.
All right. So we all can agree that right now there's 6. Is there any disagreement?
Yeah, it's about 6. The only one may not be there is Jerry West. I think our producer is checking, but I know the other ones is there.
I thought he was like the second one put up after Chick Hearns. I thought Jerry West was.
He should have been the first, him and Kareem.
I think Jerry West was there before Kareem, was it? Am I right?
Yeah.
Jerry West was there.
Yeah, he was there before Kareem.
They ain't got Kareem
Kareem came there as Louis Alcindor when he came there. A few years later, he changed his name to Kareem, but it was Louis Alcindor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he was Kareem when he came to the Lakers.
Yeah.
He was Louis Alcindor at Milwaukee.
At Milwaukee? Okay, okay, thank you. All right.
So no statues. He's only gonna get 1 statue out of the 3 cities.
Yes.
But he played how many years was Kareem in the NBA?
Shit, 15, 16.
16 years. Okay.
He was in there for a minute.
Yeah, he and Earl Monroe, 16 years in the NBA.
Yeah. But Monroe was Milwaukee though, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was with the Bucks.
With the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and they retired his jersey.
I think, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be tough in LA to get a statue, but they might give him a statue just because they saying that he refurbished and he brought LA back some rings.
You talking about LeBron?
LeBron. They might give him a statue.
You
He
want
might
to
not be a
think-
big statue.
I
but
think that
he might get a statue.
I think that it's how much time do he have left? Remember, he's in his 30s now.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he give
It's
like
just,
2 more.
Our
yeah,
producer just
yeah.
informed us that Elgin Baylor, O'Neal, Kareem, Magic Johnson, Jerry West, Chick Hearns, and Kobe Bryant. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, how old did you say?
I said I'm
You
just
put
saying.
Gretzky's in there. Gretzky's I know have one too.
That's
Wayne
hockey.
Gretzky?
Yeah.
But probably not show up
I
as.
thought he played at Edmonton Oilers.
He did. He finished with Los Angeles Kings, and he brought them a ring when they came to LA.
Okay.
It was like when the LA Kings first came to.
The great one.
Yeah, the great one.
Yeah,
That's Wayne Gretzky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the one that made the LA Kings. I think the LA Kings didn't have no hockey team until Gretzky came there. That's
And they
when
built a
Gretzky
squad
came.
around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, but he played there. See, I think it's the length of it. If LeBron James is there for another 6 years and like you
6
said,
years?
yeah.
Oh, he got
If he there, if he got 6 years left and he win 3 championships, yeah, I could see
Producer,
another.
can you let us know
one.
how old is Kobe? I mean,
LeBron's
he-
like
he-
36.
He's like
36?
36.
36.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think that he would be there that
Yeah,
long.
not much longer.
to-
I say if
to
he
play.
give him like a total like maybe 3 rings out of the time that he's there,
It's 35.
35.
Okay.
He still got a good 4-5 more years to play.
At that same
Not
level.
at that level, right?
Maybe not at that. Man, they said he was already back training already after.
Well, they saying they finna start. They thinking about starting
December.
in December
Yeah,
again.
right
basketball
around
season
Christmas.
again.
Okay.
So they said he's already back training.
Yeah, yeah.
But now,
They
guys,
say he eats good. They say, man, he eats good. He stays in shape. He does a lot to keep his body up. He does some modern medicine now too. Helps. You know what I'm saying? Their careers last longer.
Yeah, it should if you don't get hurt. And he haven't really had, knock on wood, no
Yeah,
serious
no
injuries.
Right.
Injuries.
Don't wish that
But
upon
how
him.
long will he have a
Producers
team
getting hot.
around him to keep winning
But they talk about bringing Chris Paul
and stuff?
to LA.
Wow.
He's old, but you know what I'm saying? He's older. I don't know.
He got several proven injuries from a
Yeah.
couple of years that's reacted up.
Yeah, because that's when that 1 year with Houston, when he got hurt, game 6, and Chris Paul got hurt, and they ended up losing that series. When
Okay.
he was in Houston.
Well, how old is Chris Paul now?
Chris Paul probably about the same age as LeBron.
So would you
No, I wouldn't pick him up. No.
okay, so you don't agree with that move? I don't either. I know LAG. What do you
I
think?
think he'll be good. He'll be all right. I mean, he can't hurt. He's just as good as some of the other players that's playing.
He
But
was balling,
but
man.
how
He was in the
long
playoffs
will you be able to
Play at that level.
play at that level
Yeah.
and with that age?
Mhm.
And remember, them guys are veterans, and you're gonna have to pay them. So that means when you usually paying your top people, you don't have the money to play those roles players.
That's right.
And that's what happened to
He
LeBron
took
and
J.R.
Kobe, all
Smith.
those
He didn't
stuff.
take J.R. Smith's position.
Yeah, well, he'd do more than his spot because Chris Paul will play.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith just sit on the bench, right?
Yeah,
He
he
ain't
sat
doing
on
too
the
much.
bench. He was there though.
And they picked him up once they got in the bubble. You
Yeah.
know, he didn't even come to when they was in the bubble. So, and that was only because 3 other players opt out. They guard Hunt.
Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think his name is Kareem Hunt.
No, Kareem Hunt is the running back
Yeah,
for
right.
y'all.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know who you're talking about.
but he
'Cause there's
opted
about
out.
3. There's 3 of them. They're all brothers that got to the league.
Paul is not going to be that much, in my opinion, not much longer. Maybe another year or two, maybe.
That's what they all said.
I say the same to LeBron James.
Yeah,
Like maybe 2 more years.
Get a year out of it.
And that's why I'm saying I don't know if he'll get a statue out of
I'm
that.
just, I'm just.
And then also, will he be able to play a full season like that
At that level.
at that level
they
and
talking about
still win?
72. They talking about this next season, 72 games.
So that's only a 10-game short because it's 882.
Do you think he? Well, we know. Do you think Paul can play like he did 7 years ago?
I think if Paul
I
come
think
in
he
with
could play.
LeBron
Think so?
and Anthony Davis,
He could play because
yeah,
Rondo
yeah.
did.
And Rondo, yeah, I mean he could come in and play, yeah.
Now Rondo didn't have the injuries that Paul experienced.
Well, Rondo had a lot of injuries this year. He missed a lot of
He
games this year.
He missed some
He
games.
missed a lot this
But
year.
Paul is coming in with injuries.
That bubble,
He played
that
last
bubble
year,
saved
so
Rondo.
He played.
That virus
Mm-hmm.
let Rondo get back healthy.
And Chris Paul was healthy at the
Yeah.
end of the season.
Cause Chris Paul was balling with the what you call
He
it?
was with the Oklahoma, the
The
X-Sonics,
Yeah.
the Thunders.
Okay, so one more subject before we go. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton opening their own weed store.
Weed store.
Here locally?
Yep, First Avenue downtown
Oh my
in a
goodness.
couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna take away a lot of business for some of the other smoke shops, as they call them, because a lot of people still love Sean Kemp. He did so much for the Supersonics for a lot of years. You know, he was a
Amen.
top athlete for a lot of
Me and
years.
Gary Payton.
And Peyton, so
They're going in.
our sponsor just
Called
said
Star Power.
Star Power. So I think that
I think
would
it's
be
called Kemp something or something. But I know that he got the pictures of the Supersonics and them on it. His pictures,
yeah.
his murals on there. I don't think that it's gonna take away from the other places, because when people want to get high, they want to smoke. They're gonna
They
go
want
to
to
wherever.
nearest,
They're gonna go to
closest
the
to.
nearest, and then especially
You don't think it's gonna hurt the business of the
No.
The only
No.
thing it's going to do is try and get people, in my opinion, is to go there to see if they can go see Kemp and Payton.
which they probably won't be able to do that. Maybe in the beginning, but
Yeah, you know,
I'm-
after a while, they probably ain't gonna be there.
I don't even think that. I don't think nobody care about Kemp and Peyton and stuff. And you see Kemp all the time driving down the Aurora or something. You know, when he had the car lot, the car detail. You know, I think that them guys is different. They not like at that superstar level
like they used to be.
Yeah, that people really, you know, gonna want to rush them or do something. They all both been out the league like almost 10 years.
Yeah,
or
for
so.
a lot of years though.
And you want that?
For a lot of years, Sean Kemp was a big superstar around here. You remember?
Yeah.
Not recently, of course, but some years back.
Yeah, 20 years ago. That's what I'm saying. So I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
that that's gonna make a difference, and I don't think that. You know, when you smoking weed or you want to get high, that you want to go and get your weed from somebody to drive out your way to go get it. And there's so many shops around here. I think people,
Bing, bing, bing.
yeah, you gonna
They
get
like
it
the
the
nearest
first
corner
come.
store.
Yeah, what's gonna come?
Our sponsor just said
Cannabis,
Sean Kemp Cannabis October 30th. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, open like next week.
And then I just hope he don't start getting high on his own supply.
It already is.
Yeah, cause they were showing with pictures with bags and shit with pounds.
Yeah,
and
well,
shit
see,
on
we
it.
know that's all he did anyway. You know,
Yeah.
from the inside, them guys, from over there off of Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I know.
So.
My mama used to sell some weed to a couple of NBA players back in the day.
Oh,
So
okay.
I say inside, so I say I hope he don't get too high off his own supply. But no, I don't think that it's gonna. I think that it'll be a big buzz because it's new.
Right, right.
Like it made it on TV, the
Yeah.
news, and because of who he is.
Right.
It's gonna be a big buzz from the beginning.
But I don't think that it's gonna take away from nobody else, and especially if their prices is not lower, or they're not giving
Yeah, they
nobody
don't-
no
they don't.
deal. And I think that being downtown or where they at in that location, I don't think that they gonna probably have to keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
It's the locations
Well-
where you at, so I don't think it's gonna make a big difference.
On that subject, what he just said about prices, in any business, once you set your price, you have to set your price and stick with it. Don't worry about what someone else is doing over here or there. As long as it's reasonably competitive, you don't have to try to underbid no one to sell yourself short, because you have expenses and overheads as well.
Well, see, you do when you have a lot of competition, and right now it's a lot of weed spots.
If
a
you
The
lot.
only thing that might change it is they say it's gonna be the first black-owned weed sellers in that area.
Is that fair to the rest of the dispensaries in this area though?
It may not be
It
fair.
ain't no about what's fair. It's a business, so it doesn't make a difference if it's fair or not. But I don't think that.
will it bring lawsuits? Is there ground for lawsuits? My question was.
No. No, because everybody got it, and I think that the only thing that I could see people really going at them if they come up with a so-called new strain,
supersonic strain,
and I don't know if they can even call it that.
Kemp, the slam dunk,
yeah,
the alley-oop,
the alley-oop,
we got the alley-oop over here.
The glove ounce, glove,
we got the
quarter
glove
ounce
over here
and
gonna
stuff.
set your ass down.
But see, I don't know if they could call anything supersonic.
No,
Yeah,
that
you
name
Because
is
they
trademark.
don't,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
so-
trademark
Can't do
name.
that.
So, like I said, a new grain or something. But like I said, most people that want to get high, they gonna go and get it around the corner.
Okay, then
They
they
ain't
go out
gonna
there
go
with
way out the way. So I don't think
ain't
that
going
is
way
gonna
out
do
the
nothing.
way unless that store is closed.
Oh, okay.
That store is closed. They going to the next
And
store.
it's
Closest
so-
to the
Or
closest
they
to.
calling somebody they know, and hopefully they gonna bring it to the house.
And it's so many of them
Right,
out
right.
here. Like I said, it's a good business, and it's just like a liquor store. But it's so many of them out there that I don't think that they're gonna take away from nobody else. I think it's a steady business,
Now maybe
and it'll go. But I
maybe
don't
like
think
if
it's gonna do
wherever
too
they're
much.
at, if there's one down this way, you know, understand, down this block, there's gonna some people that's gonna go there just to
see
go,
them because we got
just
a
to
bigger
go
name.
see, you know,
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying,
right.
what it is and what it's about. Maybe the first couple weeks or something, you know.
But not across town or anything.
Ain't nobody going all the way across town.
Okay.
Especially people that's going that only got $10, $20.
Right.
They spending their last 20 to go get some
You
weed. They
spending
ain't
that
putting
much
that-
on gas to drive way
Yeah,
down
they
there to go get it.
They ain't
So,
putting that. They putting that money towards the weed. They ain't putting that money towards the gas.
Well,
tank.
let me ask you this. For those who don't know, who are ill-informed, let's say June Boy come around the corner whose money is real funny. He don't have much money for him now. He on a monthly income. What the cheapest can he go into the cannabis store and buy some cheap weed? What's the cheapest can he?
Oh no, I don't smoke.
Oh,
I don't
well,
know.
about what it is.
you could probably go and get like $5 joints, or they
Oh,
probably have
yeah.
shake, and everybody have different stashes of what they could get.
So you can't spend $5 in one of those stores?
yeah,
they
yeah,
probably get it.
I'm pretty sure you could
get
go
a-
and just get the
a
single
split.
joints
Uh-huh.
and stuff. So they have like backyard boogie, bamber, you know, whatever they want to call it. So I mean, it's the grains they have. So, but like I said, that's what I meant by if they don't have no special quote unquote grain that somebody else don't have, I can't see nobody going out their way
Okay.
If you ain't got
to
a
go
urban
down there.
solution or something. Like that.
Yeah, some good shit, yeah, or it's a new thing, you know.
Right. well, folks. Once again, my name is Jake Broom, and I'm here with Don't Give Up Brian and LAG, and I want to thank you guys for joining us this Friday night. And in closing, we're going to let LAG tell you who we are and what we're about.
Urban Solution. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels and you let us know, inboxes, if you have something you want us to talk about or something you have a question about, you need an answer. And if you are artists out there, make sure you send your music to urban.solutionfm@gmail. Get your music played, check out our package and one of our wonderful shows. And make sure you tell a friend and you subscribe. And we got a special Halloween cocktail lounge is coming up. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. You never know who might show up.
You never know,
And
folks.
what they be wearing or
That's
not
right.
wearing.
And in the meantime, I want to remind you guys to join us right here next Friday at 7:30. You're going to have Jake Broom, you're going to have Don't Give Up Brian, and you're going to have LAG. So we're going to be kicking off
Never
King of
know
the
who
Rhyme
else.
State.
And
And you
I'm
never
gonna
know
bring
who
some samples of the new hoodies and the new hats I got for y'all to look at. And please buy about 10 of them.
Thank you so much, folks. Thank you, and have a good night. Thank you.